So I've watched above 150 anime, and it's close to 200 or something now. And the thing is, after watching all of those anime, I made this realization that anime did save me from a lot of things, but it also almost destroyed me, and it has destroyed some people. And I'll tell you how you can prevent that and what exactly happened. So let's talk about how it saved me from it for a second. So I used to watch Dragon Ball Z on the television, and it was not like very consistently. I just saw it as a cartoon and I watched it. But I started watching anime properly at like in fourth or fifth grade, and it was a good thing that I started watching that, because I would say that right after those years there were like I went to doing hifs. And if I can like give you a little bit of context, it was like you have to go at 7 a.m., come back at 5 p.m., and also study for the next day for about at least 2 or 3 hours. So basically like a 12-hour work day, and in that you have to constantly like memorize things or like shout, like read aloud the verses and all of those things. So the thing is, at that time this was a really new environment for me, and I did not know what I was getting myself into. So it was really stressful. And the thing is, at that time I was watching anime as well. And I would say the biggest thing that saved me, or like it was most beneficial from, is watching anime at that time, because it provided an escape from reality, if that makes sense. And of course, a lot of my friends who like know me personally, they'll be like laughing at me like, this guy got this guy got an escape to reality through anime, because it's like such a kind of lowly thing that you're getting an escape from something, or escape from reality through something. Like it's retarded now. But anyway, that's what my 12 to 13-year-old self did at that time, and that's how it saved me basically. And I would used to like watch this anime, and they used to like keep me distracted from my shit life. And like when I go the next day, my teacher's probably gonna beat me up. So that's all on how it saved me. And it's still like, this is like the most crucial thing that I'm talking about, but it's also like small things. Like if I'm watching an anime yesterday and it shifts my perspective on something, then that's not really saving me, but it's like I learned something from that. So I'm not talking about that. So let's talk about how it almost destroyed me. So if any of you is caught up with the recent anime and the all of this thing that is going on like recently with anime, you'll notice that there is a lot of objectifying of women and viewing them in a bad way or in a provocative way than there has ever been in anime. And that I think is what is destroying most people, and how it almost destroyed me as well. Because when you've seen a lot of anime, you're probably seeing a lot of fan service. If any of you understands what that means, it basically means like portraying girls or in all of these things in a provocative manner to keep the fans engaged and entertained. So the thing is, I wasn't really a romance anime fan a lot. I've probably watched like two or three at max from the 150 plus that I watched in total. But there's still a lot of fan service. And as a young child, when you're seeing anime and when you're seeing like these girls with really unrealistic personalities as well, and also like physical appearances as well, then it really fucks up your real expectations of them. And the thing is, for me, the reason why I was saved from that is because I had like female friends during my childhood, like very childhood, like one or two grade, or like prep nursery, like even before that. So I had a sense of like what it's really like to like see a woman, interact with her and like play with her and things like that as a child. But the thing is, for most of the people who watch anime these days, they have never had an interaction with any woman in their life, like other than family or like their sister as well. But that's way different than interacting with a completely stranger woman for any purpose, like not even like work or as a classmate. Because like most schools are separated, like boys separately and girls separately. And even in the co-ed schools, there are loners like that who watch a ton of anime, don't talk to anybody in class, not even boy or girl. And for these kind of people, I would say that anime has really wrecked the expectation. And not just physically, because like physically you can still say like there's some resemblance, but the thing is like the way women carry themselves and the way how to talk to women, like this is really messed up from anime. Because and this is why I like genuinely don't like romance anime unless it's like really good. Is that in romance anime what would happen is like a similarly loner guy who doesn't talk to anybody, is probably fat or skinny, doesn't have any friends. He gets the most beautiful, most popular girl of the school, and then they start like doing happy and cute shit together. Like this is not gonna happen to you, bro. So stop like feeling happy over them. And the thing is, like such kind of stories, they also involve like having so little skill. Like this is something. This is my like criteria of judging something to some extent, right? The like how difficult it is to produce that kind of thing. So for me, Flappy Bird, like the game that you tap and there's a bird that goes up, up, up. So that game, like it might be the popular game, and I might even enjoy playing that game, but I would not say that it's a really good game, because anybody can do that. Like any developer can make that game in like 5 seconds. So that's the same kind of thing that with anime, that I'm like, this is such a shit plot. There are no interesting characters in the entire anime. How are you saying that it's good? You only find that good because you're a loner, and you find that like sense of that, okay, one day maybe I'll get that woman. So that's the only reason you like that anime, and that's like the most degenerate reason for me as well, because it's really setting up these bad expectations for you, and you'll probably live up to be a loner in your adult life as well, and probably like die from suicide 10 years from now. Oh, so that's a bit extreme, but the thing is, that's why I think like anime can destroy people in this regard, that it can completely wreck up their view of women, how to talk to them. And that's the biggest thing. Like there's also like some other things as well, that um, like when you deal with stress, and when something bad happens to you in real life, how do you deal with that? Of course there's unrelatability to those things to some extent, but this is the most harmful and the most damaging one, I think, because with the rise of OnlyFans and degeneracy in general in this whole world, like this thing is really bothersome for people, and especially like this kind of content in anime. Like you should not be you should not be watching that thing. It will hurt your relationships, your love life so much that you don't even understand right now. So that's why I would say that if any of you, like if any of the people that are talking about like loners or people who only watch romance anime like that, if any of that is you, please stop doing that. Pursue actual relationships, go out, talk to women, do anything. Just don't binge watch romance anime, because I like truly think that that just reflects a really low self-esteem and like a loner life that you probably do have, and that's why you like that thing. Because I cannot imagine an extremely jacked dude who has a perfect life and he's still watching romance anime. Like that just does not happen. Like he'll say like, give me something like hype, some sports anime, some boxing anime, some action adventure, give me some of those things, because that is the actual, like you can say, primal nature of man, to go out, conquer, compete, all of those things. And they're watching romance anime. Like that thing is made for girls, brother. Like most, like even there's like most drama serials of India and Pakistan, they're related with relationships, and like a newlywed girl is into the house of the man, and now they're having troubles, and we call it like saas bahu dramas. But the thing is, like all of those, majority of their viewership is women, and I think the same like reflects in anime if the boys weren't as loners as they like shouldn't be. So that's what I think about this, and let me know if any of you related to my story as well. But the thing is, like I'm laughing and like taking this lightly a bit, but the thing is, it's a very serious issue that you must focus on. And if that's you, then you should start from yourself, because you should realize that you're a part of society, and if you improve individually, you'll definitely have an effect on others as well. And it's a really big issue that if men or small like young teenagers don't know how to treat women or how to talk to women, it's just gonna wreck up society as whole. Because you should understand that who are we talking about? Like women comprise of 50% of the population, and if you don't know how to talk to them, how are you gonna go about your life, and what effect that is gonna have on everything else basically. So if any of you fit into the category that I was talking about, please listen to me and stop watching this degenerate shit, and watch actually something like that's actually wholesome, something that's realistic or anything. But don't have a loner life, and after that you can just basically do whatever you want, because I know like if you have a good life, you probably won't find that thing enjoyable anyway. So I'll see you next time.